Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Are You Bored Enough to Listen to Wikipedia show, in which I will talk about and partly read the featured article on the Wikipedia homepage. And it's a simple test for you to see if you are just feeling bored or if you are really bored. It's simple. You listen through the full thing, and if you make it through the full thing, then you are definitely bored. And if you halfway through or after 30 seconds think, what the hell is this? I'm going to do something else, then you are not bored. And today's featured article is about the 1958 US-UK Mutual Defense Agreement, or simply the UK-US Mutual Defense Agreement. That's the other way around. That's probably what they call it in the UK. But anyway, it's a bilateral treaty between the United States and the United Kingdom on nuclear weapons cooperation. Now, the treaty's full name is Agreement between the Government of the United States of America and the Government of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland for cooperation on the uses of atomic energy for mutual defense purposes. Wow. It allows the United States and the UK to exchange nuclear materials, technology, and information. While the US has nuclear cooperation agreements with other countries, including France and other NATO countries, this agreement is by far the most comprehensive. Because of the agreement's strategic value to Britain, Harold Macmillan, who was the Prime Minister at the time when this treaty, was established, called it the Great Prize. As with any treaty, basically this thing has to be renewed every once in a while, and usually that happens for another 5 or 10 years. And the last time it was renewed was in 2014, and it was extended until the end of 2024. So that's when basically the thing has to be renewed again. But, to kind of see what the world was like, or what the reason was for both the US and the UK to kind of get into this agreement, it's good to see what the world looked like in 1958. The Soviet Union's launch of Sputnik 1, which was the world's first artificial satellite on October 4th, 1957, came as a tremendous shock to the American public, who had trusted that American technological superiority ensured their invulnerability. And now suddenly there was this proof that in some areas at least, the Soviet Union was actually ahead. In the widespread calls for action in response to this Sputnik crisis, officials in the United States and Britain seized an opportunity to mend their relationship. Now, in Britain, there was this British hydrogen bomb program, which successfully tested a thermonuclear device in what was called Operation Grapple, and it was a test, so at least that's what they say. I don't know. I haven't checked. So this was a good opportunity. The US sees this external threat in the form of Russia, as you may not be surprised, and Britain actually has developed this nuclear program. So yeah, that's for the US a good sign, or a good deal. Now, the deal proved mutually beneficial, although it was never one of equals, because the United States was, at the time, and is far larger than Britain, both military and economically. And Britain soon became dependent on the United States for its nuclear weapons, as it lacked the resources to produce a range of designs. And Lorna Arnold, who was a British historian with a specialty in the nuclear programs, she said about this treaty that the balance of advantage in the exchanges was necessarily in Britain's favor, but they were not entirely one-sided. In some areas, notably electronics and high explosives, the British were equal or perhaps even superior, and in many areas they had valuable ideas to contribute. And American scientists appreciated that. Now, if you're interested in what the deal includes and what has happened throughout history, you can obviously read that in the Wikipedia article. The link will be in the description. But I actually went to energy.gov, which is also one of my favorite websites, coincidentally. And I read there that Julian Kelly, the UK Ministry of Defence Director General Nuclear, in 2018 at the 60th anniversary of the MDA said, "The Mutual Defense Agreement is crucial for global security and the safety of our two nations. Not only does the agreement allow us to work closely together, sharing skills and knowledge, it also allows us to ensure our nations and our allies remain ready for any eventuality we may face," aka Russia. Although it may not be a priority now, given the current situation, it's good to know that these two countries, these two great powers in the world, are protecting us from any nuclear threats or hazards or whatever. Anyway, if you are still listening, then you are officially bored. Now you can go on Twitter, you can go wherever, you can complain to people that you are bored. If you want to see if you are bored at another point in time or another day or whatever, you can follow this podcast, this show, and listen to another episode. Thank you for listening. Stay bored.